Alright guys, welcome back to Last Call. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of people watch this after the fact, so if you're watching it later, I still appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give it a few minutes before I actually go into the topics and stuff that I talk about. Um, just to give some time for people to jump on. This is a new time, I'm just trying it out. The last month or so I've been trying this about 2 hours earlier than right now. But YouTube gives you a chart of when your viewers are like on the most, and this is like the apparently the busiest time for today. So we'll give it a try, see if it works out any better. If not, no big deal. I'll keep playing with the times. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone is well. Um, yeah, it was a busy night last night. It was a really busy night at work last night. You guys have probably seen my my short. I released a YouTube short last night, and that was actually after last call. The bar had just closed down already, so I know it wasn't like the most exciting short to do, but when I have long lines in my well, it's kind of tough to, you know, tell people, give me 1 second, give me 1 second, let me you know, let me take a quick video real quick. So yeah, I did the short when I could. So last call had just happened, the bar had just shut down. Boss man comes around and says, hey, bar's closed now. So the DJ's been announcing it for like 15-20 minutes. Last call for alcohol. He'll play another song, say last call guys, go get a drink. So yeah, anyway, it's been about 15-20 minutes. Then the boss came by and said, hey, bar's closed now. So yeah, I did a quick YouTube short at that time, and I kind of purposely showed like the dance floor was still packed. There was no one at the bar anymore because the bar was closed already, and there was a mess all over the bar. So that's kind of the aftermath of a busy night. You know, all kinds of stuff all over the floor, dirty cups in the sink ready to be washed, stuff like that. So hey, Prep, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. How's everything on your end of the world? Thanks for being on, buddy. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Just trying out a new time here, seeing how it works out. But yeah, last night was crazy at work. It was a really crazy shift, but money was all right. I had some server and bartenders from another bar that's actually closer to my other job that stopped by and really showed some love and was tipping very generously and stuff. So that helped out. So you guys will hear my numbers for yesterday on next week's stream. But yeah, it was a really busy night. I mean, I kept up. Believe it or not, I kept up, but I was just like, man, I got to get in better shape because it was kicking my butt. But yeah, overall, good, pretty decent Wednesday for college and for college night and everything. Um, Normally on college night we got a lot of red cups, like underage, because where I work at the nightclub, it's actually 18 and over, but you have to be 21 to drink, So there was a lot of people 18 to 20 on college night just because of the theme. It's college night. But yesterday there was a lot of people drinking, so I had a few tabs open, and they were drinking. They were drinking a good amount, so it kept me busy. A lot of faces that I haven't seen before. So overall, it was actually really good. All was good here. Thanks. Awesome. Cool. So I just got actually I still have it on my phone. I got the notification about Thailand. Thailand, there's digital nomads with 10-year visas, ultra low tax rate. That's actually pretty cool. Um, it's very tempting, because I mean, in the U.S., things are pretty rough right now. Inflation, just cost of living, everything kind of unstable right now. Gas prices are insane still. They've gotten a tiny bit better, but they're still way worse than they were 2 years ago. So, yeah, it's still very tempting. Thailand, Philippines, somewhere where it's a cheaper cost of living. Heck, even Mexico. I'm half Mexican. I speak Spanish fluently. It's only about 100 miles from here, 110 miles from here. So, and that's cheaper than here too. So you know, I've you guys have probably heard me talk about it at some point or another. Like I have some training for IT stuff, and I'm doing more training for cloud-based stuff. So if I was able to get like a online digital nomad, like a remote digital nomad job in a heartbeat, I would do it. It just has to be for the right money. I worked it earlier this year while bartending on the side still, and the money just wasn't worth it. I was waking up like at 4 in the morning to be up by 5 a.m. and it wasn't worth the money. It was like $18 an hour when I make double that bartending, and it's easier work per se. So yeah. But anyway, being like a digital nomad living in Thailand, Mexico, Philippines, somewhere where it's way cheaper is still very appealing to me. So it just has to be the right move, you know. So yeah, Thailand doing that digital nomad 10-year visa with ultra low tax rates. That's pretty cool actually. Um, but yeah, anyway, so hope everyone is well. Like I said, once I build this stream up a little bit more, I do have plans to use the spin wheel that you guys will see in a second. Yeah, see the spin wheel right here? Like I will start using it. I need at least like 15 to 20 people on the stream so I can start using this consistently, you know. You guys see my bar back here? So I'll put my bar like right behind me right here, and I'll be able to use the spin wheel. I'll play some kind of a game with you guys, you know, so it can be more interactive, and then whatever the game is, like wherever this lands on, I'll take a shot, or and I'll actually make the shot like right here, you know, at my bar right behind us. So, um, you know, and I'll do with the ingredients I have. So I'll actually update it. So like I can do one just a tequila shot, right? I can do one being like let's see, like I know I have raspberry vodka, so I can make like you know, maybe like a white gummy bear drink or shot or something like that, you know, and I'll be able to make it more interactive, Mexican candy shot, stuff like that, and whatever it lands on, I'll be able to do that. I just need more people on the stream for that, you know. Once I get to at least like I would say 15 people or so, 20 people, I can start doing that. But yeah, I have plans for that as well. Yes, at the end of August, the Thai government votes to make it max 45 days stay without a lot of paperwork, just valid passport. Yeah, that's good. I mean, they need the they need the tourism right now. You know, they need to do something. And let's be real, prices have gone up in Thailand too. You know, I've been keeping up with kind of what's going on over there, and I know everything's gone up over there. So you know, they need to do something to kind of lure more people back in and get tourism back up and going again. Um, they were gonna start charging a like a tourist fee. I want to say earlier this year, but it was actually postponed because they want to get more tourists through the door. So, you know, they got to do something. I don't agree with this whole one price for locals, one price for tourists. You know, like if you go to a state park in Thailand, like it literally has like a foreign fee, so you're paying actually more, and it's usually could be up to double more than what you can. I mean, it's still cheaper for Western standards, you know. It's even if it's like a dollar US 50, like a dollar 50 to get in, and Thais are paying 75 cents or something. It's still not a lot of money, but it's a principle. Like I don't necessarily agree with tourists paying more just because you're a tourist, you know. Like if you would do that in the US, it would be the most racist thing possible. There would be, uh, you know, there would be gosh, I'm having a brain fart here. Sorry, I barely had any coffee. Um, People would be fighting against it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. So they have to do something to bring tourism back and do something quick. So my promise, as I said I would do, where's it at? Here it is. I told you guys I would try some kind of a different beer on my live stream. So this is what I'll try today. It's passion berry peach puff tart. Um, Passion fruit, blackberry, and peach. So I'll go ahead and crack this one open and try it. I'm in my white tea and everything because I actually go to my other job a couple hours after this, so I'm kind of already ready a little bit. Um, so this one is by the Brewing Project. It's 5.6% alcohol. Let me see if I get information on the brewing company. That's weird. They normally always have the. I think that is what it's called, though, the Brewing Project. Puff Tart. It's sour ale with milk, sugar, passion fruit, peach, blackberry, and marshmallow flavoring. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. It doesn't sound like a manly beer or whatever, or it's probably weak. But just to put this into perspective, it's 5.6% alcohol. Like a Bud Light or a Budweiser or Mick Ultra anything is usually like 4.2, 4.3. So it's not actually like a weak beer. It's not a strong beer either, but I would put it right in the middle, you know? But anyway, let me crack this open and try it out. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching me, for whoever's on here. Appreciate it. Wow, that's actually really good. Yeah, I gotta say that's really, really good actually. And I washed this out, but I saved it from Sunday's live stream just so I can go and buy more of them. But this is the one I tried a few days ago, and that one was really good too. Strawberry Shortcake Fandango, and that's made by Toppling Goliath Brewing Company. So that's the one I tried last week, and I really liked it. Um, And yeah, this one's actually really good too. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. I don't know where it's from, but if you guys get your hands on this one, it's actually really good. I highly recommend it. Let's see where it's bottled at least. Okay, here we go. Brewed and canned by the Eau Claire Brewing Project of the Brewing Project in Wisconsin, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Okay, so pretty far from here, but there's a liquor store that actually sells really cool beers like this one and the last one I had. It's a couple miles from me. They're kind of expensive. I mean, for this one alone, I paid $5.49. So it is a pricey beer for just one can of beer, but I'm not doing it because it's like my everyday beer. I'm doing this one just every few days, for my live streams, etc. So it's actually really good though. But if you guys ever find anything like that, I actually highly recommend it. So anyway, I'll go over what the live stream's about, how much money I made. I told you guys I would. So basically, last week I went back to my regular 3 days: Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. The week before that, I took Friday off because there was a big rave like down the street. So I had to take the Friday off, So anyway, I'm back to my regular days: Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So at the nightclub. So Wednesday and credit card, I made $154.50 in tips. In cash, I left home with $60. That's after I tipped out my bar back in cash. Friday's my slower day. You guys have probably heard me talk about it already. Friday, I made $37.50 US in credit card tips, and then $36 cash. And then that's after tipping out my bar back again. And then Saturday, I made $131.50, so $131.50, and I left home cash with $48. So, and then just keep in mind, I have to tip out my bar back from the credit card tips and also my cash tips. So that always comes out of my cash in hand that I made that night. So like yesterday, my percentage that I tipped out my bar back yesterday was $56, and that's 20% of my credit card and my cash tips. So yeah, keep in mind these numbers are actually after I tipped out my bar back. So so my barback actually does pretty well. Like I said, he made $56 from my side, and I know he made more from the other bartender that we work with too. He starts a couple hours before me, so his sales are usually up more. So I know he made probably at least a good $80 or so from the other bartender. So my barback does pretty well, and that's all cash. So yeah, anyway, Wednesday 154.50 credit card, cash 60 tips. Friday 37.50 credit card tips, $36 cash, and then Saturday 131.50 credit card, and then $48 cash. And then my check came out to $81.54. Keep in mind that that check is taxed really heavily. So I pay taxes on my hourly pay, I pay taxes on my credit card pay and Arab tips, and then I also pay taxes on my cash tips that I have to report. So that check is taxed really heavily. So even if like the hours worked, I'm supposed to leave with 250, 270. I only get usually anywhere from 80 to like 110-ish or so. I would say about 100 to 105 is normal usually, but it just depends on how much tips I make. So let's add that up and see um what kind of a day I made. Hey Justin, how's it going, buddy? How you doing, man? How's work? All right, so let me add this up real quick. So 154.50 plus 60 plus 37.50 plus 36 plus 131.50 plus 48. So in tips alone, I made 467.50 last week. Now I'm gonna add my check, 54. So I made 549.04, and then I'm gonna divide it by the hours I usually work, which is usually I'm just gonna say 15. So 549.04 divided by 15, it's about $36 an hour, almost 37. So not bad for bartending. 15 hours a week, and I'm bringing in like 550. That's not bad at all. That averages to about 36, almost $37 an hour. So, it's not bad for bartending. So, I love bartending. You can make some really good money, but just keep in mind that bartending is more than just pouring drinks. There's a lot of drink recipes to make. Um, also people might ask for things differently. You have to kind of know the dumb things that people may ask for. You have to keep an eye on your tabs. Like yesterday alone, I had about 8 tabs. That's actually not bad. Last Saturday, I want to say at one point I had 12 or 13 tabs. So you have to keep track of them. John Doe. Who's John Doe? When he comes up and gets another drink, are you gonna remember? Do you have to ask him his name? You know. So keeping an eye on your tabs. Also keep an eye on if people are getting a little bit too intoxicated. And then on Wednesday, I have to watch out for underage drinking. People trying to be sneaky You have to watch out for underage drinking as well. There's a science, when you have to cut someone off, you don't just go and say, "Hey, you're cut off. You've had too much," because they're gonna want to fight you. So you kind of have to be kind of a little bit more sneaky about it, and just say, "Hey, look, here's a water for right now. Come back in a little bit, and I'll serve you another drink." So there's actually a right way to cut people off. So you just have to do that. Busy right now. Yeah, I bet, Justin. I heard it's been busy there, so I'm sure I'll be busy tonight. But hey, if I make money, I'm all for it. Cheers, buddy. Justin, you'd actually really like this beer. I know you would. So yeah. Anyway, there's a lot to bartending, but if you do it the right way, you can make money at bartending. And I'm actually not the best paid bartender at the nightclub. I would say I'm probably right in the middle somewhere. You know, the one guy I share a bar with on Wednesday, he's really good at creating relationships and building a lot of regulars. So a lot of people come and specifically look for him. So he probably makes at least triple what I make. But like I said, he's really good at building relationships and getting people to come and look for him. So if you know how to do that properly, you can make really good money bartending. So, for anyone that's interested in it, please like ask me any kind of questions. I'm more than happy to answer it. How to get started or anything like that. But yeah, there's some money to be made. And the cool thing is for bartending, I know people that do it as a career, two jobs or 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, and they make bank and they're doing it really well. And I know some people that just do it as a side income. They have a day job and they bartend at night one or two nights a week just for extra money, and it's great for that too. So, whatever the case may be, it can offer a part-time income, and it can offer a full-time income. Like I said, where else can you work, you know, 15 hours a week and make 550, almost $600, and average about 36, $37 an hour? You won't find it, and that's including my Friday. That's pretty slow. I work about usually about 3.5 to 4 hours on Friday. It's my slowest day of the week. And that's including that. So if I had a really solid Friday too, I would probably be making over $40 an hour. So yeah, it's just building up regulars and learning the science behind it, how to do things, how to be a good bartender. But bartending can be really, really good. That's why even though I'm studying in the IT field and eventually I want to move into that because I would love to be able to travel full time and work remotely from my laptop. I don't think I'd ever give up bartending fully because it's fun. You meet a lot of people. You can make a lot of money doing it, and it's something you can do from everywhere. So even if say I was in Mexico for a month, Thailand for a month, Philippines for a month. I don't care wherever, UK for a month, Australia for a month. Um, it's something you can do from anywhere. So I absolutely love it, and I would always be some kind of a bartender no matter what. Australia is actually probably, I would say, for two different reasons. There's two countries that I really, really liked when I was in the military and I got to visit a lot. One of them was Australia. The people there were so friendly. I had such a great time there. Australia was amazing. It's a little pricey, but I really loved it out there. So I do really want to go to Australia at one point again. It's definitely on my bucket list, and I'll make it happen someday. But I love Australia. It's great. The other place is Thailand because of how cheap it was. Like I remember staying at like I think it was a 4 star, 4.5 star hotel. It was so cheap, and we had such a great time at the pool. It had a swim up bar. It had like a volleyball court right at the beach, right next to the pool. It was awesome, and it was so cheap. So that's one thing I remember is just how cheap it was. So I loved Australia for how friendly the people were, the amount of things there are to do there, the nightlife, everything. But I liked Thailand for how cheap it was. Thailand was also really interesting too. I'm sorry, Dubai. Dubai was really interesting too. When I went there, the most amount of cranes in one place was in Dubai at the time, and that's because of how rapidly they were growing and building stuff. So yeah, Dubai was really cool too, but Dubai was a little bit pricey as well. Um, and I can only imagine how much it's changed by now. I want to say the last time I went was 2009, so I know it's changed so much by now, especially with all the cranes and everything in there. Um, so yeah, it's crazy, but I definitely want to travel more, so that's a big thing for me. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this beer. I'm gonna go into the liquor store and buy more. Maybe tomorrow. I don't go in until 9 p.m. tomorrow, too, so I can probably do some errands tomorrow, buy some more. But yeah, today's gonna be a little bit of a quicker live stream. Um, I'm just trying to stay consistent with these live streams, get the YouTube algorithm on my side, get them to kind of promote it a little bit more. So if you guys can hit the like button for me, please, it would mean a lot. That's how YouTube actually pushes these. The more views it gets, the more likes it gets, stuff like that. So if you guys can hit the like button for me, it actually does help me out a lot. If you guys haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe to me. Still trying to build up this channel. Um, but I think I found a way to kind of show a little bit of my nightclub, um, my nightclub time, and that's shorts. So I could do YouTube shorts and kind of promote it. It is helping. I'm getting subs from it. I got a few subs from the one yesterday. It's getting views, so that's something I can definitely do is keep up with the shorts and kind of push it a little bit. I'm supposed to have a busy day today at the hotel, so we'll see. If I do have a chance to kind of film a little bit, I'll film a little bit, maybe some shorts at the hotel job too. That one's not as interesting. It's not as fun. Um, but yeah, that I get more business class there. So yeah, I don't know if you guys would really enjoy watching those videos, but if I make like an old fashioned or a cool drink, I'll definitely going to I'll definitely do some shorts. I'm going to head right to Pattaya when I land in Bangkok. Yeah, I don't blame you. You know, um, everything I've heard is that Bangkok is more expensive. If you like the rooftop bars and all that, I've heard that Bangkok does have some really nice rooftop bars. But I've heard they're also really pricey. In the chat I used to be in, people would post like the drink menus, and it was really insane how much it was, like even more than you'd pay in the Western world. So yeah, I don't blame you. I would spend at least 1 or 2 days in Bangkok, like next time I go, just so I can experience it for myself. I probably wouldn't do the rooftop bars or anything really expensive. Probably just end up in like Soy Cowboy, and I'm just happy. Like you're seeing me right now just with the drink, and I'm happy, with the beer. So that's all I need, and I'm happy. But I would like to experience Bangkok at least just to experience it. Go to a shopping mall, see how the traffic is there. Experience Soy Cowboy, little things like that. But yeah, I don't blame you. Pattaya is a lot cheaper from everything I'm hearing. There's a lot to do in Pattaya. The nightlife, the beach too. Having the beach right there is. I'm a beach guy. I love the beach. So having the beach right there is really cool too. So, um, yeah, I don't blame you. What part of Pattaya do you normally stay in, Prep? You know, when I first got there last year, I stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel, which actually is probably one of the best hotels I've ever stayed at. Um, I can say about the Hard Rock Hotel in Pattaya, they probably have the friendliest hotel staff that I've ever encountered in my life. Everyone there was so friendly, so welcoming, just always smiling, saying hello to you. It had complimentary breakfast included, which is actually really good for the price. Like that breakfast was actually pretty on point for being included in the room price. It's actually good. They have a really cool pool. You can play basketball right from the pool. Um, they have like a waterfall thing that you can go under inside the pool. They have a DJ. I want to say like weekends or when it's really busy, they have a DJ there. Um, oh, they have a water slide. They have some cool stuff there. So honestly, I love Hard Rock Hotel Pattaya, but that one's closer to Beach Road, um, and it's kind of further away from like Tree Town, Soy Bacau, stuff like that. So just depends on what you're trying to do. I only stayed there, I want to say 2 or 3 nights, and then I ended up at, oh God, I can't think of the name of it. Um, Basically LK Metro area. I stayed at an LK Metro. My longest stay, almost a month, was at LK Metropole. I got a full month for under $300. I want to say it was like 200. No, it was under. Oh gosh, I can't remember now. It might have even been under 200. I think it was 180. So I think it was under 200. But yeah, Arica Lodge. That's where I stayed. I stayed there for like 2 or 3 nights. but their Wi-Fi was very shoddy at the time, so I had a difficult time uploading YouTube videos. So then I said, okay, you know what? I can't stay here for a whole month. So that's when I went across the street. LK Metropole had a monthly deal, so I got a super cheap deal at LK Metropole. I had to stay in their old tower, but yeah, I have a room tour of it on my Thailand videos. But yeah, for that price, it was really good for that, you know. And the Wi-Fi was good. The AC was broken, so it actually stayed on 24/7, and it was blowing really, really cold. I remember my ex was even like, "It's always so cold in here," you know. But I was like, "It's broken," you know, so we couldn't do anything. But other than that, the shower was kind of crappy. I think that's just their old tower, and they weren't really investing money into it. But it was clean. I'll give them that. It was really clean. It just wasn't updated. You know what I mean? I'm finding a more budget-minded guest house on Soy Chayapun, Soy Paho, or right on Soy Bacao, El Metro. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I was too. So, you know, I had a little mini fridge. I was able to kind of buy my own beer, you know, like buy some cold coffees, um, you know, little snacks and stuff like that. And I would say the first 3 or 4 nights, maybe like the first 3 nights, something like that. I was by myself in the a room in LK Metro. After that, I met my ex, and I would say me and my ex actually stayed there the whole time, pretty much like the last like 3.5 weeks. Um, but yeah, so basically, you know, I'm the same way. I don't need anything. I don't need anything fancy. The only thing I really do like, if I'm being honest, is a really nice pool. I really like a good pool, and I think that's what I liked about Hard Rock. You know, so yeah, that was cool. I didn't even use the pool at LK Metropole at all. It did have a pool. It looked really clean too. It was just a basic pool, you know, and I actually had a view of it from my balcony. Um, but yeah, like I said, I am a sucker for a good pool. If they have a lazy river, like that's probably one of my most favorite things in the world is a lazy river. I know there's one in Thailand in Pattaya. It's super expensive to stay there, but I don't know. There's probably more. I didn't do a lot of research on it, you know. But yeah, I feel you on that. I don't need anything fancy either. I'm actually going. Speaking of, I'll be in Vegas again in about 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks from now, and I got a good rate. I'm going with either 2 or 3 other buddies. Um, Actually, Justin, that's on here earlier, going with him, and we got a suite. We got a big suite. I want to say it's like 600 or 700 square feet. Um, it has a couple beds. It has a couch, and then we're probably gonna take like a inflatable mattress if another buddy does go. But yeah, it came out to about $200 for 2 nights. So for the size of that studio, that suite, and then also including the fees, the resort fees, because you know Vegas does charge resort fees, so um, it's actually not a bad price for it. So but yeah, I'll be there in 3 weeks. I'll do a room tour of it. You know, be able to check out that stuff. So yeah, I'll do some more like strip videos. I'll go live from the strip a little bit more. I actually do plan on going live from the Las Vegas Strip, but this time I'll actually move around. So this time I just kind of did it from when I was there, what, a week and a half ago. I just kind of stood in a busy corner and was showing everything in that corner. This time I actually plan on going live and actually walking from one end towards the other end of the strip. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. The live seem to do pretty well with views, with likes and everything. So I think you guys like it when I do live from the strip. I just have to do it where you guys can actually see more of the strip. So that's probably what I'll do is start probably by like MGM and then head my way all the way over towards Caesar's Palace. That's a good like 45-50 minute walk if you're just walking straight and not stopping anywhere. If you go through any of the other casinos, like if you stop through Planet Hollywood or any of the other ones along the way, you could take hours doing that, you know. But I will do that, and it'll be fun. But yeah, my main criteria is a balcony for my morning coffee. But yes, a pool and gym would be a must to have when I retire. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you're right on the balcony thing too because um, I had one in Pattaya. Believe it or not, I actually didn't use it too much at LK Metropole. My ex was actually the one that used it the most. She was a smoker, so she would go out and smoke there, or just have a beer and you know, or when she would like FaceTime her daughter, she would go outside a little bit sometimes, you know. So yeah, she used that balcony a ton. I didn't use it too much there, but where I did use my balcony more was when I was in the sandbox in Phuket. But that balcony was really cool because it overlooked the pool, and that did have a really beautiful resort style pool. Um, so I actually used the balcony a lot there, and you're right, it was actually really cool. And I would go out there and drink my coffee. Sometimes I would even take my laptop out there and just work on work on my videos while I was out there. The only thing with Phuket is the humidity. Like I remember, I would go out there, drink my coffee, and I was just on my phone, right? And before you know it, the screen was even kind of moist or wet from the humidity. So I took my tablet out there one time. No, not my tablet, my camera. I had a DSLR camera at the time, and I took it out there to try to take photos. And I would say after 1 minute, the lens was full of humidity already, and I couldn't even use it without wiping it down. So that's the only thing with Phuket being out in the balcony. The humidity would get to you. I mean, just 5 minutes out there and you're sweating. Like I said, your phone is already wet, from the humidity. So, but yeah, I love a good balcony right on that, especially if it has a nice view of the pool. Yeah, I loved it. And those are some of my fondest memories of Phuket is, that pool, going out to that pool. I went out there almost every day. Actually, it might be every day. Actually, except for like the day that I had to go get my beer situation test where they put the big, Q-tip up your nose. That's probably the only day I didn't go. But other than that, I was in the pool every single day. So I had a nice little routine out there, and those are some of my fondest memories. Is going out. I would wake up, go to breakfast. You had to go to breakfast so they can scan your. You had to have an app on your phone for the Sandbox program, and you had to check in, right? And then so you had to go to breakfast. You'd go to breakfast. They'd scan your phone, saying like, okay, this guy's physically present here. He's following the Sandbox rules, right? So I'd go to breakfast, eat there. They'd scan my phone, and then I'd go back to my room and I would edit the videos. I would edit my YouTube video and release it for that evening. After that, usually the timing was pretty good where the housekeeping was coming up, usually around when I was finishing my video. So then I would just, put on my swim attire, go downstairs, jump in the pool for 20, 30 minutes, and then the swim up bar would open inside the pool. I would just jump in the pool. And wait until the swim up bar opened up. Then I would, go to the swim up bar. I would get lunch there because they offered lunch, and then I would have like maybe 2 or 3 beers depending on how long I was there. So say I was there like an hour and a half at the swim up bar, you know, and it was so cheap. If you get Thai food like chicken fried rice, curry, um, pad Thai, I forgot what else I had, but anything like that, it was super cheap. And then you get 2 or 3 beers on top of that. I would never pay more than like $8 or $9 for lunch and like 2 or 3 beers. Sometimes I'd get a Long Island. Long Islands were a little bit more expensive, but still cheaper than Western standards. But yeah, those are some of my fondest memories. Then I would get up, I would get out of the pool, go back to my room, shower. My room was already cleaned. Housekeeping already came through. I'd shower, get ready for the day. And then I would always have a list like, okay, I'm going to go do a video of Thai food today, or I'm going to go to this beach and do a video at this beach. I would always have something like an agenda to do a video for the next day. So I'd go do a video, go film a video, and then my favorite place that I loved in Phuket is I believe it's called McFly's Bar. I would end up usually there, either have dinner there, have dinner somewhere nearby, have some drinks there, and then spend like end up spending the evening there. Because the staff was so friendly to me there. The food was really good, and they would always take really good care of me. And a lot of the people I met in Phuket, Thailand, when I was there for the Sandbox, they would actually end up there too. So I ended up meeting a lot of people there. So it was a lot of fun. So I have some really good memories about Phuket. Like, if you want like more resort style pools, the beaches everywhere. I want to say Phuket has over 100 beaches that you can choose from. So if you like that style, Phuket, Thailand is amazing to go visit. I've been talking a lot. Cheers, guys. I'm going to have a drink here. But yeah, morning coffee, 100%. Having a balcony, and yeah, pool and gym. Yeah, I feel you. And you know what? Actually, I can say most of every place that I've been to in Thailand had pretty decent gyms. Um, a couple places didn't have AC in the gym, which is kind of crappy. But most of them actually had pretty solid gyms though. Um, then when I go to Vegas, I can say pretty much every hotel you go to has a gym. That's not a problem. And in Vegas is a desert, so over 100 and something degrees. So they're all gonna have pools. Where I'm going right now, it doesn't have a really good pool, which I'm kind of bummed out about. I mean, it looks decent. Don't get me wrong. I actually wanted to stay at Mandalay Bay. Did you guys know Mandalay Bay has 7 pools total? It has a regular pool. It has a wave pool. It has a lazy river. It has a topless pool, believe it or not, where it's topless optional. it's connected to Delano, so it has Delano's pool, and then I don't even know what the other two are, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure it has 7 pools total. So if you guys are big on pools, Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas is really good for that. Um, and then there's another place I used to work at. It's actually my first bar back job before I got into bartending, and they actually trained me the most on bartending. So, but there's a place. It's a timeshare resort, also a hotel called Tahiti Village in Las Vegas. They have apartments pretty much. So when you rent it out, it's like a big apartment. I actually was gonna stay there, but unfortunately, their rates are just expensive, like really expensive. For 2 nights, it would have been over 400. I want to say it's like $450 or something. So yeah, we weren't gonna do that, you know. Um, so yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. They have a lazy river, and because it's a timeshare resort, and your owners, if you're a timeshare owner, they can't really tell you what you can and can't bring into the pool. So you actually are allowed to bring in like a little ice chest, like a mini ice chest, and put beers in there and take it to the lazy river. When I worked there on my days off, I actually went and did that. I would go bring a little ice chest, put ice in there, put like a 6 pack of beers, and I would jump in the lazy river with the beer. It takes about 15 minutes to make a whole lap around the lazy river, right? Right when I came back to my starting point, I would hop off. If I need another beer, grab another beer, crack it open, jump back in the lazy river, do another lap, 15 minutes, and you're just floating, relaxing. So that was really cool, actually. So yeah, I'm a sucker for a good pool if I'm being completely honest. All right, guys. I said this was gonna be kind of a quicker stream, so I'll probably end it here. Um, But yeah, I just want to keep my promise about it. Try this new time out, see how this time worked out. But for anyone that did jump on this live stream, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Please hit the like button for me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Um, but yeah, again, just thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. Please don't drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. Look out for some more videos. I will release a couple more videos between here and my Vegas trip. It's probably going to be using my other side. There we go. Using my bar back here and doing some cool creative cocktails and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll do some videos coming up. So please stay tuned for that. But yeah, in the meantime, just thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. Yeah, Mandalay's Bay. It's Mandalay Bay is part of the MGM property. It's owned by MGM. Mandalay Bay is also connected to Delano. Delano is like an upscale resort. So yeah, Mandalay Bay is a really, really great place to go visit. I mean, it's huge. It's a really big hotel, and it's just a beautiful place. Cool pools, great restaurants. So yeah, if you've never been, check it out if you ever go to Vegas. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. Don't drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. Just make today count. You have the whole day ahead of you. Make it happen. Make it count. Go after your dreams and goals.